Hello, everyone. So, welcome to my podcast called Popular Taste by the People. This is my first time ever doing a podcast. I really want to start making podcasts and releasing, every episodes at least once a week. But basically, my podcast will be about, pop culture things like singers, Hollywood actors, sports athletes, reality TV shows. Um, all the stuff, Hollywood drama and all that, award shows. And today's topic's going to be about Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, and Selena Gomez. Because as you guys know, recently Hailey Bieber did an interview on a podcast called Call Her Daddy. I think I'm saying it correctly, or Call Me Daddy. Or maybe y'all don't know she did this, but yeah, it just came out. And basically, Hailey Bieber is on the podcast and she's talking about her relationship with Justin Bieber's relationship with Selena Gomez. And, I was kind of disappointed in her. And I'm sure I'm probably going to get hate for saying this, but, this is just my opinion. I was kind of disappointed because I was kind of hoping that the interview wasn't going to just be all about, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. Because she also has things going for her, like a skincare line, and she's modeling and stuff. So to me, it kind of gave her a bad look. And, I didn't really like it. And I know people are going to say, well, she had a right to speak her truth, just like Selena Gomez did. But when Selena Gomez spoke her truth, it was 4 years ago. You get what I mean? Why is Hailey barely speaking her truth now, 4 years later? And, I'm actually going to, read some of the highlights, the big highlights from that clip over, because I just want to talk about it with you guys. So she said, the only people that really know the truth about that situation, the timeline of how it happened or how it went down, are me and him. That's what Hailey Bieber said on her relationship with Justin Bieber. Yes, to that part is true. We nobody knows what happened between them two and between him and Selena. But we also see what they do, and actions speak way louder than words. I'm very big on that. Actions really do speak more than words, because you can say anything, but actions show what you're really doing. And, timeline and history doesn't lie. She got engaged to Justin Bieber 3 months after he broke up with Selena Gomez. And Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber weren't just like a fling relationship. This was like a 8 to 10 year relationship, almost like a marriage type of relationship. And I feel like as a woman, Hailey Bieber could have respected Selena and their relationship, and she didn't have to get engaged with him so fast. Part of me, I kind of feel bad for Justin Bieber. Well, I'm also a fan of him, because I kind of feel like they all took advantage of him. There was no prenup, and he's one of the biggest celebrities in the world. So it never just made sense to me. Actually, they could have even waited 6 months till they got married. But, to me, it just seems all fishy. But, to each his own, and I'm sure I'll get hate for this. But again, this is just my opinion. Everybody's free to their opinions. She also went on to say, when him and I ever started like hooking up or anything of that sort, he was not ever in a relationship ever. At any point, it's not my character to mess with someone's relationship. I was raised better than that. Again, I kind of believe that. I don't think she did mess with the relationship, because, when he was with Selena before he got engaged to Hailey, we never saw him with Hailey. But at the same time, I feel like Hailey, as I said, could have respected everything as a woman, and she didn't have to jump into the marriage real fast. And, I don't want to be called a sexist, so, Justin also didn't have to ask her to marry her either real fast. That's just my opinion, again. And then she went on to say, I don't want to talk either one of their behalf, because it was their relationship, and I respect that very deeply. But I just know what was going on, and when we got back together, and what had to happen for that to come back in a healthy way. Okay, so I don't really agree with this, because I don't really like how she's saying she didn't want to speak on behalf of their relationship, but that's just what she did. You know what I mean? So she contradicted herself. and she says that she didn't want to speak about him, but yet majority of the interview was about Selena Gomez and her relationship with Justin Bieber. So she really contradicted herself right there. Then she says, they asked her, has Hailey Bieber says she has spoken to Selena Gomez after her marriage to Justin Bieber. She says, it's all respect, it's all love. That's also why I feel like if everybody on our side knows what happened and we're good and we could walk away with clarity and respect, then it's fine. Then she went on to say, if we could move on, why can't you all? Okay, that part is kind of true, you know. Excuse me. People do need to move on and let this go. But I kind of feel like people were already moving on and letting it go. I mean, of course, you're always going to have like the diehard Jelena fans that'll probably never let it go. But I definitely feel like it was improving. And I agree. She even brings that up. It was improving and getting better. But I kind of feel like she brought up dead horses by doing this interview on this podcast and talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. And yeah, I know people are going to say, well, she had a right to speak her truth just like Selena. But why not speak your truth 4 years ago? Why do it now, 4 years later, when you're married? That's the part I'm stuck on. You know what I mean? But I didn't understand that. And I know people are going to say, well, she's probably afraid because she's going to get so much hate. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, you know, other women and even male celebrities, they get hate all the time. You should have just spoke the truth since the beginning, because no matter what you do, you're gonna get hate. To me, that just seemed kind of sketchy that she waited this long to say. And then she said that Selena Gomez has never put a help to end the harassment from her fans, meaning that Selena has never told her fans to stop hating on Hailey, which is a complete lie. And Hailey said this, no, what I will say is that she has been in the industry much longer than I have, and maybe there's something that she knows about it, like it wouldn't fix anything. And this narrative is just completely wrong, because back in 2018 or 2019, not sure which year, Selena Gomez went on her Instagram Live, and she told her fans that she's not for women putting other women down, and no matter what the situation is, and even if you don't put women down, especially if you're my fan, that she's not for that. And she was mean, Hailey. So Hailey lied here, and again, this is my opinion. It almost felt like she was trying to victimize herself here, and I just didn't like it, you know. I didn't like that the whole interview was about Selena and Justin, majority of it. I didn't like how she didn't talk about anything she's doing as a businesswoman. I didn't like how she spoke on their behalf, especially Selena, since they have nothing together. They're not even friends or anything. You know, and then she says that she called Selena Gomez after she married Justin Bieber. And I don't know if I believe that or not. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But, you know, again, I feel like she's just bringing up dead horses with this and causing drama. And while I'm watching and listening to this, I'm just thinking the whole time, you know, where is Justin? How is Justin Bieber doing? Where is he? Because he's recently has been on a world tour. And as we all know, he got Ramsay Hunt syndrome back in June. He had to cancel a lot of shows, came back last day of July and August. And then he canceled again this month. And he's not going to come back till late October. And, you know, I'm a big fan of him. And I keep up with him. And I'm just wondering, where is he in between all this drama? You know, nobody's heard from him or seen of him, and maybe he's just taking time and rest. But, you know, as a wife, I would feel like, why do you need to talk about this while your husband's obviously struggling with like some mental health issues? Like, to me, that just doesn't seem supportive. It seems like she just wants clout. And I'm sorry, okay, I'm probably gonna get hate for this. She just wants to make it about her right now, and she probably should be worried about her husband, because I don't know what's going on with him. Nobody's heard from him. I don't even know if the shows are resuming on October 22nd. I guess we will all see. But, you know, Justin Bieber is like one of the biggest stars in the world. He is the Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson of today's time. Selena Gomez is another very big A-lister. You know, she is a businesswoman, she's a singer, she's an actress, she makes albums, she's on TV shows, she has a cooking show, she has a beauty makeup line, she doesn't need this, you know. And she has stuff going for her, and I just don't understand why this interview had to be about Selena Gomez. And, you know, I just didn't understand it one bit. And, you know, when I was watching and listening to the interview closes off, and it's talking about Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber's sex life. And I just found it, like, I found it kind of like just why, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, it wasn't her talking about it free willingly. The interviewer asked her that, and the podcast does say call me daddy, so she probably was gonna ask sexual questions. But I feel like at the same time, Hailey didn't have to go on that podcast, and she also didn't have to answer questions like that. I feel like some stuff is meant to stay in the bedroom and keep it in the bedroom. Like, the world doesn't want to know what your favorite sex position is and what sex positions you guys do in bed. I mean, maybe some people do want to know, but it just doesn't sound very mature. It doesn't sound very classy. It sounds almost like trash in my opinion. And I get that women have a right to talk about, you know, their sexual preferences like men. I'm not being a sexist, but I just found the whole thing very odd, because I almost felt like, in my personal opinion, she started talking about sex with Justin Bieber so Selena Gomez could hear it, because she wants to hurt Selena Gomez's feelings, because she probably knew Selena Gomez was going to chime in and he listened to this, and then she was going to hear at the end their sex life. And I found it very passive aggressive, you know, and I found it very, like, just like trash. Like, nobody wants to hear about this, you know. It was a take it or leave it thing. She didn't need to talk about it. And, you know, it's also embarrassing for Justin Bieber, because, you know, he's one of the biggest icons in the world. And, you know, do you think people really want to know what he's doing in the bedroom? I mean, even me as a fan, I personally I don't want to know, and I kind of felt bad for him, because, you know, he has little sisters, and he has a little brother, and he has parents, and his friends, and they're all going to be hearing what he does, his church people, everybody. I just didn't find it classy. I found it low. You know, she could have dodged those questions, or she didn't want those questions. She didn't have to go on a podcast like that kind of podcast. So sorry about my coffee, and I have a dry cough. But, yeah, I just found this whole interview very annoying. It was basically all about that. You know, she has so much potential to make a name for herself, too. You know, she could be using her platform to do so many things. And, you know, at the end of the podcast, she did talk about, you know, important things. But I felt like she had to bring all this drama in. Then she started talking about important things. Like, she has such a big platform. She could have talked about something that's really important, you know. But she chose to talk about old drama. It just didn't sit well with me. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm curious what you guys think. And, you know, everybody has their own opinion at the end of the day. My opinion, your opinion, it's an opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean you're right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong or you're wrong. It's an opinion. This is free speech. And this is basically why I wanted to start making podcast, to start giving my you know, my opinions and my expressions and beliefs on all this. But yeah, that's basically it for this podcast, and I'm done. So goodbye, and I'm out.